Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the English podcast ElTeacher. I'm your host, Anthony, and you're listening to the 8th episode of our English series 01. In today's episode, we'll be learning vocabulary related with services, especially with hotel services. To help us explore these words, we are going to listen an audio conversation, and after that, we are going to explore each word and ways to use it in real context scenarios. So let's begin.
After a long flight, I finally arrived at the Grand View Hotel, excited to start my vacation. As I walked into the elegant lobby, I made my way to the front desk to check in. The receptionist greeted me with a warm smile and asked for my ID and confirmation number. I told her I had a booking for 3 nights. She typed on her computer for a moment before handing me a key card with my room number written on it. "Your room is on the 3rd floor," she said. "You can use the lift just around the corner to get there." I thanked her and glanced down at my baggage, 2 large suitcases and a backpack. Thankfully, the lift was spacious, and I didn't have to carry everything up the stairs. When I reached my floor, I found my room, swiped the key card, and stepped inside. It was perfect. A king-sized bed, a beautiful view of the city, and even a cozy little desk for me to plan my itinerary. After unpacking, I decided to explore the hotel. I found the lounge near the lobby, a quiet space with comfortable chairs and a small coffee bar. I grabbed a cup of tea and sat for a while, listening to the soft hum of conversations from other guests. Later, I stopped by the concierge desk to ask about local sightseeing options. They handed me a map and recommended a walking tour of the city's historic landmarks. Feeling excited about the days ahead, I headed back to my room to rest and get ready for my first adventure in the city. It was the perfect start to my vacation.
So the first word is check-in. The term check-in has different meanings depending on the context, but it generally refers to the act of registering or reporting your arrival at a specific place or event. It's commonly used in situations like travel, appointments, or events. It's useful for broader conversations, especially when talking about travel or attending organized activities. For example, when you arrive at an airport, hotel, or event, you check in by providing your name, reservation, or ticket information. For example,
I checked in at the hotel reception and got my room key.
check-in can also mean updating someone about your progress or arrival.
I need to check in with my boss before starting my shift.
Think of check-in as officially letting someone know you've arrived and are ready to start something. Booking. The word booking refers to the act of reserving something in advance, such as a hotel room, a flight, a table at a restaurant, or tickets for an event. When it comes to checking in, having a booking is usually the first step, as it secures your spot or guarantees your participation. So in travel context, you need a booking to check in at a hotel or for a flight. It's proof that you've reserved a room or seat. For example,
I made a booking at the hotel for 3 nights, so I just needed to check in when I arrived.
I showed my booking confirmation at the check-in desk to collect my tickets. Booking is something we all do, whether it's reserving a table at a restaurant, buying tickets for a concert, or scheduling a vacation. When you make a booking, you're securing a spot in advance. Next, we have sightseeing. Sightseeing refers to the activity of visiting and exploring interesting places, landmarks, or attractions, especially when traveling. It's often associated with vacations or day trips, where the goal is to experience the culture, history, or natural beauty of a location. People who go sightseeing usually have a plan or itinerary to visit famous spots like monuments, museums, or scenic areas. Sightseeing often comes after checking in at a hotel or starting a trip. Once you've settled in, you head out to explore the sights and attractions nearby. For example,
After checking in at our hotel, we went sightseeing around the city to see the famous cathedral and local markets.
I spent the afternoon sightseeing along the coastline, taking photos of the cliffs and beaches.
so sightseeing is all about exploring the most interesting and famous places in a city or area. It's what makes travel exciting. Think of sightseeing as visiting those must-see spots when you're traveling, like the Statue of Liberty in New York or Big Ben in London. Next, we have room. The word room has several meanings, but in the context of checking in, it usually refers to a space in a hotel, motel, or other accommodation where guests stay. A room can vary in size and type, like single, double, or suite, and it's where guests sleep, relax, and keep their belongings during their stay. When checking in at a hotel, the receptionist assigns you a specific room based on your booking. The type of room you get depends on your reservation or preferences, such as having a room with a view, a larger bed, or extra amenities. For example,
When I checked in, they gave me a room with a balcony overlooking the ocean. The room was cozy, with a comfortable bed and free Wi-Fi.
key. The word key refers to a tool or device used to unlock or open something, such as a door, a locker, or even a car. In the context of checking in, a key is typically used to access your hotel room. Nowadays, keys can come in various forms, from traditional metal keys to modern keycards or digital access codes. When you check in at a hotel, the receptionist provides you with a key or keycard to access your assigned room. It's an essential item that allows you to secure and unlock your room during your stay. For example, after checking in, the receptionist handed me the key to room 305.
I accidentally left my key in the room and had to ask the front desk for a replacement.
Guest. The word guest refers to a person who is invited or allowed to stay in a place, such as a hotel, home, or event, without being the owner or host. In the context of checking in, a guest is someone who stays at a hotel or similar accommodation and is served by the staff during their visit. When you check in at a hotel, you become the guest of the establishment. Hotels and other accommodations often go out of their way to ensure their guests feel comfortable and welcome. For example,
As a guest of the hotel, you can enjoy all the amenities, such as the pool and the gym.
the word guest emphasizes the idea of being welcomed and cared for, whether at a hotel, someone's home, or an event. Then we have the word lift. The word lift has multiple meanings, but in the context of checking in or staying at a hotel, it typically refers to an elevator, a device used to transport people or goods between floors in a building. The term lift is commonly used in British English, while elevator is more commonly used in American English. When you check in at a hotel, you might use a lift to go to your room, especially if it's on an upper floor. It's a convenient way to move around large buildings without taking the stairs. For example,
After checking in, I took the lift to the 5th floor where my room was located.
other uses of lift. 1. To raise or move something up. Lift can also mean physically raising or moving something upward. Example, can you help me lift this suitcase onto the luggage rack? 2. To improve mood or spirit. Lift can be used metaphorically to describe making someone feel happier or more hopeful. Example, her kind words really lifted my spirits after a long day. 3. Getting a ride. In casual speech, lift can mean getting a ride in someone's vehicle. Example, I got a lift to the airport from my friend. Finally, the word lounge. The word lounge refers to a comfortable area where people can relax, sit, or wait, often found in places like hotels, airports, or clubs. In the context of checking in, a lounge is typically a shared space in a hotel where guests can unwind before or after accessing their rooms. When you check in at a hotel, you might be directed to a lounge while your room is being prepared. Lounges often provide seating, refreshments, or even entertainment for guests to enjoy. In more luxurious settings, such as airport lounges, they might offer additional amenities like snacks, Wi-Fi, or private areas. For example,
The receptionist suggested I wait in the lounge while they prepared my check-in documents. I used my membership card to access the airport lounge before my flight.
let's listen one more time so you can spot the vocabulary we have just learned.
After a long flight, I finally arrived at the Grand View Hotel, excited to start my vacation. As I walked into the elegant lobby, I made my way to the front desk to check in. The receptionist greeted me with a warm smile and asked for my ID and confirmation number. I told her I had a booking for 3 nights. She typed on her computer for a moment before handing me a key card with my room number written on it. Your room is on the 3rd floor, she said. You can use the lift just around the corner to get there. I thanked her and glanced down at my baggage, 2 large suitcases and a backpack. Thankfully, the lift was spacious, and I didn't have to carry everything up the stairs. When I reached my floor, I found my room, swiped the key card, and stepped inside. It was perfect. A king-sized bed, a beautiful view of the city, and even a cozy little desk for me to plan my itinerary. After unpacking, I decided to explore the hotel. I found the lounge near the lobby, a quiet space with comfortable chairs and a small coffee bar. I grabbed a cup of tea and sat for a while, listening to the soft hum of conversations from other guests. Later, I stopped by the concierge desk to ask about local sightseeing options. They handed me a map and recommended a walking tour of the city's historic landmarks. Feeling excited about the days ahead, I headed back to my room to rest and get ready for my first adventure in the city. It was the perfect start to my vacation.
That's all for today's episode. I hope you enjoyed learning these new words and phrases related to checking in and found them helpful for your English practice. Remember, learning a language is all about consistency and having fun along the way. Thank you for listening, and I'll see you in the next episode. Until then, keep learning, keep practicing, and keep leveling up. If you enjoyed this and think it could help someone else, go ahead and share it. And if you want to stay connected and see more content like this, stick